Dear students, it is the third video for week 8. We are learning technical and business writing, and in week 8 we are discussing about the CV writing techniques. In the first video, in the previous video, third, we learned the main portion of the CV, including the contact information, the education history, employment history, skills and achievements, interests and hobbies, and references. Dear students, CV writing happens at the different stage of our career. As a new graduate or fresh graduate, we have to write a CV that is little bit different. In the middle career or the mid career, when we have enough time in a field and we are a middle manager type, then the CV requirements and the style is different. Therefore, the experts, they design their CV in a different way to expose their potential and vision. Now we are learning the 4 major types of the CV formats. Okay, and this is the first type. We name it chronological CV. Fine, chronological format. It is known as a traditional or a graduate CV. Clear? In chronological you understand, आपको पता है, it is step by step, sequential order. Fine. A chronological CV is used to match your qualification and work experience with the requirements of the job role. For example, it is designed to assess your qualification, that whether your qualification and the work experience is adaptable, is up to the requirement of the job or not. For example, you are developing a CV for teaching job, teaching vacancy, then obviously you must mention your qualification, professional qualification, and work experience according to the date and time, that where you have got, what is your basic degree, are there any subjects related to the education, teaching, or others, okay, where have you worked, okay. So that is a chronological order, that how long you have been teaching, what type of subjects you have taught. Similarly, you are applying for the vacancy of software engineer, trainee software engineer, or senior software engineer, whatever the role is, then you have to give your qualification, and that should be with date line, that when you completed your degree, what was the next degree, what was the next degree, what was the next organization, this and that. Structured in reverse chronological order, the most recent qualification and experience are listed first. Clear? Again, the same thing, that it is in that CV, we write everything in chronological order, but the order must be in a reverse form. First mention your top most important degree, the recent degree. For example, now you are in MPhil, now you are MS in Computer Sciences, you are engineer, whatever the post you are enjoying or qualification is, you must mention the top, then the lowest, then the lowest, then the lowest. Okay, and similarly, you have to mention your experience as well. This graduate CV template makes it easy for the employers to identify potential candidates. It is a lot easier. They understand you with your nature of qualification, your nature of experience, and especially your nature of these the role, the responsibilities you have been doing for in the other organization. Okay, that is a very common and quite logical format. Provide clear details of your qualification, your work history, and responsibilities which match the criteria provided in the job description. I mean, the CV is designed with this verge, fine, that it matches according to the requirements. What in what are the important points that should be the part of the CV? Dates, cover and gaps in your history. That what are the dates you are mentioning there? Okay, and if there is a gap, then you have to provide a logical reason of that gap, and that gap ought to be filled with some other additional experience, work experience, or additional say uh, employment. But whatever you say, that have to be factual, clear. Qualification and work experience, match these to the role you are applying for. Okay, and judge your qualification and experience with the requirement list. I mean, read the ad and read it what they are demanding it, clear, and accordingly mention your qualification and the work experience. Additional skills and knowledge, cover essential criteria for the role. For example, they said that the person ideal candidate as a trainee software engineer must be well versed in Java. He should be able to write technical content. Okay, so they are the essential criteria. I mean, the core areas they demanding. We must mention those core areas in the chronological CV. समझ गए? Okay, the students, next. This is a format of the chronological CV. Sadie Lawrence. Clear? Sadie Lawrence, name, contact information, address, okay, that all. Professional summary. That professional summary mean the exposure of the person. Talented copywriter with 8 years of converting casual browsers into loyal customers. Borrowers into loyal customers. Proponent of CEO keyword integration to optimize online click rates. Dedicated to branding companies, customer based by enhancing public appeal through clever advertising copy. I mean, quite compact. He has or she has expressed the professional, and same type of things are required when you are writing your portfolio. Work history. Here it is the chronological order. March 2018 to current. Lead copywriter, Pen Printers, Grand Rapids, MI. Okay, here are the responsibilities. Write advertising copy for online content, adhering to employer overarching brand identity and personality. Fine, here it is. May 2014 to March 2018. Date with a month and year. Creative copywriter, Georgetown, okay, Merkel PNL, Georgetown, okay, and here collaborated with the customer outreach personnel to a certain audience demographics, incorporating collected data into the future copy. And April, here it is the other work experience, April 2012 to May 2014. Assistant copywriter, Hello World, okay, wrote straightforward and error-free content for the website. Okay, and here are the skills. One thing that you find here that बेटी यहाँ से एक बात समझने की है वो ये है कि at the beginner level the assignments and the work experience is beginning level. Here more experience, more responsibilities, and the nature of the responsibilities, the level of the responsibilities is increasing. Clear? And it is the leadership position. Skills, marketing, communication expertise. Fine. And here it is the Master of Arts and you have to mention the date when one has the year 2014 to 2016. Here we have to provide the deadline, the start of the degree and conclusion of the degree, start of the degree and concluding of the degree. And this point I ask you, reverse order. This is important. Mention your topmost degree at the first, Master of Arts, Bachelor of Arts. Clear? Here it is the Grand Rapids, EMI. You can mention your majors and all others. Okay, next, I hope that you have learned the chronological CV. Next is skilled based CV. Skilled based CV, known as a functional CV. CV of a man who has an expert. This was really a type of the skill based. The skill based CV can be used if you have gaps in your employment history. Okay, for example, if someone has not continued, I mean, there are gaps. We started some job and then left, then joined an organization, then left. Clear? And for that person, skilled based CV is important, that what type of skill you have. Okay, this type of CV template is also useful if you have limited experience or are applying for a job that is unrelated to your degree. It is very important. Let's start again. Functional CV. This CV is written when you have gaps in your employment history. Mean you start employment and you left due to certain reason, then you connected an organization, then left. This is second point. And third point is, in case you have a limited experience or you're applying for a job which is unrelated to your degree, meaning your degree is something different, where your work experience is something different, your degree program, meaning your education doesn't match with the requirements, but your skill match with the requirement. Okay, for example, a computer engineer and has applied to a content writing. Okay, and after completing the degree, he has been in the content writer rather than he joined the major field. Then education is different, but little bit work experience is something different. Skill-based CV allows you to focus on skills you have developed in the various areas of your life. Okay, that more focus on the live skills people love to. How you can write, position your skills profile prominently. I mean, mention your skills. Client handling, content writing, web serving, okay, or event management. Match your skills with the role profile and use the same headings. Okay, and then you should mention, I mean, for example, in that advertisement, it is mentioned that we need a event manager. So write your skill that I have been the event manager in that position and I have been doing this and these are my success. Provide evidence of how you have used your skills in the real life situations. Or also mention that how you have utilized these skills in managing the real life problems. The students, let's have a look on a CV. It is something. Diana Johnson, customer service representative, contact information. Clear? Okay, now here it is. Rather than giving they are the contact information. Okay, right? And this is what multilingual employee looking to help provide stellar customer experience. Clear? Mean the objectives. And this is the skill summary. Customer services. Developed and implemented successful loyalty program with customers, which caused client to double their orders at 5 to Go Cafe. This is the organization, and here he had been doing it. Developed partnership with the multiple small and medium companies that promoted a raffle revenue. Educated thousands of customers on the superior quality of company products and services, ensured that all the customers were educated on our products and services, provided superior services, and promoted a friendly, comfortable environment by providing fast and friendly service. This is what he has been doing in the real time. The skills most important. Product knowledge. This is the second skill. Tested and got familiarized XYZ services and referring over the last 2 weeks. Discovered 3 cases where new users can face difficulties in one branding onboarding process. Problem solving. This is a very important skill. Used analysis skills to plan out a sales campaign that helped attract younger customers to 5 to go cafe. Fine. Five to go cafe mean the organization where he has been utilizing this skill and he's referring this skill as an evidence. Certificates. Here is the qualification. Okay. Become a conventional sport expert, customer access and account health, HubSpot company, Intercom Academy, culture of services, new perspective on customer relations, okay, education, BA in English and organizational communication, Copenhagen Business School, professional experience, clear? And this is what the skill based CV is and how we can make the skill based CVs. The students, जब आपको कोई सीवी बनाना पड़ जाए किसी ऐसे बंदे का कि जिसकी क्वालिफिकेशन उससे मैच नहीं करती उस तरह लेकिन उसके स्किल मैच करते हैं तो फिर बेटा आपको सबसे पहले स्किल्स को ऊपर मेंशन करना है और बाकी क्वालिफिकेशन को नीचे मेंशन करना. राइट. Should we move next? Academic CV. Academic CV focus on educational achievements. Academic CVs are used when you are applying for lecturing or research-based job. This is what a long CV is. Educational achievements when you are applying for lecturing or research-based roles. Academic CV include sections on publications. When you have to express about how many publication के आपने कितने research paper लिखे हैं, वो research paper कहाँ कहाँ पर publish हुए हैं, उनका impact factor क्या है. Clear? The purpose is that universities and colleges want the person who trained the students for research. Teaching experience. How long have you been teaching and what type of subjects you have been teaching. Research activities and conferences and presentations. तो academia में तो यही होता है बेटा. Research activities होती हैं, projects होते हैं, conference होती हैं, presentations होती हैं, exhibitions होती हैं. Clear? There are so many things that they people keep on doing. You need to ensure that your writing style is scholarly but clearly understood to those outside of your field of interest. यहाँ पे ये बात हो रही है कि it is necessary that you should express your CV in a scholarly way, but never miss the other things like your hobbies, your personality, your other things. कि आपकी CV में बहुत सारी और चीजें हैं, they should not be ignored. And keep your CV as simple and direct and professional as you can. Keep academic CVs as concise as possible and to target them to the roles requirement. You should chisel your CV. आप अपने CV को उस तरह बनाएं जितनी requirement है. Never put and stuff unnecessary information. Presenting each section in reverse chronological order. और आप अपने CV का हर section जो है उसे reverse chronological order के अंदर लेकर चलें. Your academic achievements, research interest, and specialist skills should be placed on the first page. Means academic achievements are the prime concerns. These should be at the first page and minor things should be at the second page. Also include Details of your specialist skills, research outcomes, potential future development. कि आप अपने research की बातें बताएं and what results came out and what your future plans are there, how to promote yourself. Clear? And also tell about the grants. चूंकि researcher लोगों को नए projects पर काम करने के लिए grants मिलती हैं. If you have any grants and projects from some industry, you should mention it. Let's have a look on the CV, chronological CV. It is Marjorie D. McGay, sales executive. Here it is something different. Often ये बात याद रखिएगा कि बहुत सारे CVs they don't want your date of birth and other thing, but in certain cases where they have to appoint you against some vacancy where your date is more important, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में भी it is a very common thing कि they want the date कि भाई whether you are eligible for this or that. Objectives, okay, take advantage of the sales skills and experience and understanding, okay, then education and the work experience and certification. School leave CV. School leave CV is the very common thing. It is the level of a fresh graduate. I mean, when some person has just completed the education, the degree program, okay, for just like you, is just matriculation, O level, A level, and is in the need of some vacancy, some job, then the school leaver CV is most important. We should know something about the school leaver CV, that never expect or never step your in the school level CV. आपका एम्प्लॉय जानता है कि अभी आपने स्कूल छोड़ा है, आपके पास इतना एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, आपके पास इतना विजन नहीं है, ठीक है, यू आर अ फ्रेश वन, तो आप भी अपने सीवी के अंदर बेटा वो जो काम नहीं हो सकता, जो चीज नहीं हो सकती, उसे मेंशन ना करें. डू नॉट मेंशन द फिक्टिशियस थिंग्स. ओके, बिफोर यू राइट अ सीवी तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, पर्सनल प्रोफाइल्स आर ऑप्शनल. इस सीवी के अंदर आप पर्सनल प्रोफाइल दें, आपकी मर्जी है, ना दें तो नहीं है. Personal profile actually is your skill, vision and all others. At the beginning level we don't have enough, so lihaza I say that we should avoid it rather than saying something unreal which we cannot defend in the interview, कि जो बात बाद में हम इंटरव्यू में डिफेंड ना कर सके. Do some research to see if the role you are applying for and the employer requires one. Just assume, for example, some person asks you, you have left a school, college, and you are having a vacancy of the telemarketing. Right? Do research that what telemarketing is, what are the different assignments which are assigned to telemarketing. Okay, do you have any quality to speak to convince the others? Okay, judge yourself first. Okay, then empty generic statements won't impress. Okay, or overexcited emotional statements won't. Just judge yourself. If there are any qualities, you can speak well, you can convince well, you can travel, you can distribute, so then do it. Make sure you highlight soft skills and attributes from the job advert in your CV. Clear? Whatever the skills related to your academia and related to your society are better. You might not have a lot of experience, but relate skills and knowledge to have to the role. But convince the employer by telling that you can do it and you have had some little bit understanding, and more important thing is your passion. Avoid trying to flesh out your CV with irrelevant details. At this stage, we should not stuff our CV with irrelevant details. Remember this is important. Just like the students you are, aapki tarah, who are going to start their career, they are the trainees position. Never ever express anything unreal. Let's have a look on if there is any progress. Michael Evans, A-level student. A-level, O-level, you understand that A-levels and O-levels, A-level is equivalent to our intermediate, and this is very uh, important in the West, especially in England. Fine. And let's have the CV, contact information, personal profile, a passionate and innovative young professional with an extremely academic record and passion to progress within the pharmaceutical industry. He has expressed his qualities and vision where he actually want to go to, has achieved excellent skills at GCSE level English, mathematics, and science, coupled with an active involvement in student mentorship and maintenance of the school environment. I mean, everything he has been doing because it is the start and he has been involved at the school level. Core skills, customer services, listening and communication, student mentorship, integrated care systems, team collaboration, education and qualification, A level at the first, biology, molecule, cell, organism, genetics, evaluation, ecosystem. Why he has put this biology at the top? Why not English literature? Why not chemistry? He has put the biology at the top because he is applying for a pharmaceutical company. That these two subjects are important. Okay, physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry. Okay, and the third thing, English literature, because he is going to work as a distributor, as a salesperson, medical rep. Fine. Professional development. He had been interning. He has taken some course, interim foundation, pharmacist program, work experience, 2019 to recent assistant pharmacist part-time, Haywood Pharmacy. Right? This is the start of the this is the type of uh, the fresh school living CV. Dear students, these all are the traditional manners, but let's have another CV. Okay, they are the different parts of the CV that when some person is applying for a teaching, then what you can do. Okay. Begin highlight details of your school and teaching experience, paid and volunteer positions. Fine. So they are the other types of the CV. For example, you are applying for CV as a teacher, then mention the details of your school and teaching experience. This experience should be paid and volunteer positions. Must mention relevant activities like sports, coaching, summer camps where we voluntarily teach the students, working with youth groups. Express your educational achievements like teacher training and relevant university modules. Okay, in teaching, we have to mention other skills like IT knowledge, language, and leadership ability. Okay, sports activity, musical activities, clear, and other things which help you in like teacher training and teaching practices. Fine. Dear students, these things are very vital to be mentioned in applying for a CV as a applying for a teacher. I'm sure that you have learned the different modules and models of the CV. Thank you very much.